She found him at 19, an orphan with nothing. She gave him everything, a home, an education, a future. She called him little brother, but he grew up, and he never forgot who saved him. Now she's the one who can't escape. This is one of the best rated series we've covered, and you're about to see why in the first 30 seconds. Our story today starts with our heroine, Jane, who on her way to work encounters someone she thinks she recognizes. She tries to run after him to make sure if he's the person she has in mind or not, but she doesn't catch up with him. When she arrives at the company, and to her surprise, she finds him sitting there. This is our hero, Leo. When our girl enters the company, they introduce him as an important person coming from abroad with a lot of expertise that will benefit them. So our girl greets him and officially meets him. It was clear in his eyes as he greeted her that he knew her, and he was still wearing on his hand the watch she bought him long ago. Memories passed before his eyes the moment he saw her. Our boy feels like he's in a whirlwind, and his memories with our girl pass like a movie before his eyes, and he can't hear a word being said. As for our girl, afterwards she runs to the bathroom to lock herself in for a bit, trying to catch her breath from the confrontation that happened suddenly and that she wasn't prepared for. Suddenly, she remembered the day her boyfriend took her to a distant village on the mountain, to an old man's house. He knocked on the door, and the old man came out and greeted our girl's boyfriend. She said to him, "How are you, old man? Where's your grandson?" Suddenly, our girl hears another door opening behind her. She turns to see our boy for the first time. He appeared to be a shy and quiet young man. She and her boyfriend came to see the outstanding student with good grades because they would financially help him finish his studies and enter university. She snaps out of her memories when her phone rings, her company telling her to come because they're all going to have dinner. So she goes out to take the elevator, but she's surprised to find our boy quickly coming behind her to ride it too. She remains standing, tense. When she tries to exit, she finds our boy standing in front of her, blocking the door, just staring at her. But she exits quickly. He says, "All these years you never tried to contact me, not even once." But she doesn't turn to look at him and continues on her way. Our boy goes with the rest of the people to the meeting dinner. When they're about to leave, our boy hears our girl's colleague asking her how she'll get home. She says she'll call a car. The colleague says to our girl, "Why didn't you tell Dr. Amar to come pick you up? He'd be thrilled." Our girl laughs nervously because our boy heard them, but his car and his colleague and partner in the company's car arrives first, so he gets in before our girl. When our boy leaves, our girl remembers when she met our boy for the first time. Her father was a professor and decided to sponsor our boy's expenses in education because he was one of the top students. He actually gave him money until one day our girl found him calling her, explaining that his grandfather had passed away and he was living with his aunt, but her husband forced him to go out and work, so he couldn't make his exam and doesn't know if he can retake it. When he tried to call one of her father's assistants, they gave him her number to help him. Our girl was actually awake, but doesn't even remember the day, basically, so she tells him to wait with her. When she called someone she knows, they tell her, "Your father started this conversation, so you see how you handle it. Anyway, don't trust these kids, because they take the aid money and don't take the exam." Or she could continue playing the good lady role at her own pace. At that time, our girl decided to go to his location and investigate his situation properly. She found him to be a good, very shy, and respectful boy. She felt that his aunt's husband was a bad man doing him harm. So she goes to ask him, "Why didn't you let the boy go to the exam?" The man says to her, "Did you bring your lawyer after he complained to her? Are we raising him or what?" He turns to tell her, "Look, miss, his grandfather died and I'm the one spending money on him. What I have is barely enough for me to feed myself, my wife, and the kids. There's no money for him to cross the street, let alone study and take exams." Our girl tells him, "But when he gets educated, he'll benefit from getting a good job and can pay you back when he gets paid and his income improves." He says, "God keep you and us alive, miss, but how will we survive all these years?" She tells him, "I wish you'd respect his wishes. He's over 18 now," he says. "Forget it. No university. He should work and earn his bread." Our girl gets up, drops the formalities, and says, "Well, I'm leaving then." A girl from the village who connected her with his family follows her out and says, "Calm down. My opinion is that today you should go sleep. I'll prepare a good room for you nearby, and tomorrow we'll see what we can do." When she takes her to this room, suddenly the power goes out. After a while, someone knocks on her door. She gets startled, and when she goes to open it, she finds our boy standing with a bag of things, saying, "Sorry, the electricity went out. This happens here a lot. I bought you a candle and some things you'll need while you're here for sure." She tells him, "Come in, please." He enters, lights the candle, and they sit together for a while. She finds him suddenly saying, "I really want to complete my studies, and honestly, I'll never forget anyone who stood by me when I finish my education. She tells him, don't worry. As long as you want it, nothing will stop you ever. The important thing is not to give up. The night is very long. Go sleep now, and tomorrow 1,000 solutions will come. The next day she wakes up to the village girl's voice telling her, I'm sorry I woke you early, but the boy Leo was guarding your door all night, and my husband came to take him down to work at the mine. Our girl runs to catch up with him and finds him arguing with his aunt's husband. Our girl tells them, stop, I'll take him with me to the capital so he can prepare and study for the university exam. Since the whole conversation is about money for you, tell me the amount you want so you'll let him go. Honestly, the corrupt man didn't take long and agreed. Our girl turns to our boy and tells him, go pack your things so you can come back with me. Our boy was very embarrassed. When it's just him and our girl alone, he tells her, I'm sorry, and I'll pay you back the money as soon as possible. She says, pay me back by succeeding and being first and entering a respectable college. Let's go. Even though our girl in the car doesn't know why she came or what she's doing, she felt a strange sympathy toward him and that she couldn't possibly leave him there. As for him, he really loved her, poor thing, his eyes always on the ground, embarrassed. On the way, our girl's mother calls her to ask where she is, because her husband called their house looking for her. Our girl tells her, Noah filed for divorce. He can't stand living with me anymore. Her mother says, what's new? Every little while you tell me this? Our girl says, this time it was he who asked. Our poor boy was holding a piece of bread to eat, listening to all these disasters and broken homes. After that, she takes him to her house to rest and clean himself up before seeing about the exam. She sits him down for dinner at her place and asks him, you're 19 years old, right? He says yes. She tells him, from today on, I'm your big sister, and if you need anything, just tell me. Our boy feels the bite stuck in his throat. Sister is a great word, but still, God bless her anyway. He says, sure. She tells him, consider me family, and if you face any problem, don't hesitate to tell me. The next day, our girl goes to knock on our boy's room to check on him. He opens for her. She asks him, how are you? Did you sleep well? But she notices he slept on the couch that's supposed to unfold into a bed. She tells him, oh my God, after all that happened, I told you this couch opens into a bed. Give me your hand, let's fix it and spread the sheets. How did you sleep like this? Why didn't you tell me? He says, I slept well, I swear. The couch is better than my life. Nothing happened. After that, our girl gets dressed and goes down to see what's up. She finds her husband, who she's supposed to be divorcing, with someone talking together and getting out of his car. So this is why he asked for divorce then. She follows her husband to a restaurant. When he sees her, he gets flustered. She calmly goes and sits with them at the table, saying, what's this, honey? Are job interviews now held in fancy restaurants? The girl with him loses all shame and takes her bag and leaves. Our girl gets up to leave too. Her husband runs after her, saying, wait, you're misunderstanding. She's a client of mine. And what's with these childish moves? I'm working, she tells him. You have no shame. Ever since the pregnancy miscarried, my mental state has been terrible, and you've been suffocating me all day and not appreciating me. He tells her that losing the child was hard on him too. Our girl tells him, not as hard as on me. She finds him saying, I just can't anymore. It's been many months I've been trying to silence the voice in my head telling me to leave you because I'm trying to please you, your father, and your mother. But no, that's enough. I regret not leaving you earlier. Omar told me there wouldn't have been a pregnancy and we would have separated peacefully without all these wounds. This talk falls on our girl like a bucket of cold water. She sits down, collapsed in the middle of the street, until she calms down. She returns home to find our boy greeting her, along with her father, who came to check on her, see our boy, and greet him. We return to the present time with our kids working together. Our boy keeps standing alone, looking at her with looks as if she betrayed him, and no one understands what's wrong with them. But our girl tries to work and get along with life no matter how much he keeps bothering her with his questions and requests. She tries to completely ignore him and deal with him like anyone she works with for requests, and she wants to treat things professionally. The next day, she goes to wait for our boy in his office, because he was talking with his company. She finds herself going to look at the photo he put up with his colleagues from graduation time. A pin on the desk catches her attention. She knows it well, and is shocked he still has it. Our boy comes and looks at her while she's holding the pen, the look of someone hurt. When he enters, she drops the pen quickly, turns to him, and tries to say something. She tells him, this is your photo with your company when you started it. He takes the photo from her to put it back in its place because on its back is stuck a photo of him with our girl. He tells her, please, did you come to the office for something specific? She talks to him about the contract. There's no progress in it, even though they submitted many things for it. Our boy tells her, not every giving has a return, right? She tells him, if you're upset that I'm handling the project, I can withdraw from it easily. He says, no, I'm not upset. After a few days, our girl is leaving her apartment and finds him standing in front of the entrance looking drunk, saying to her, you withdrew from the project. But she finds him getting very close to her, grabbing her by the hand, saying, all these years have passed, and you haven't changed. You're the one who makes decisions and crosses lines and doesn't give anyone a chance to state their opinion. He gets close to kiss her, but she pushes him away and runs up to her apartment. We return to the past when our girl wakes up, gets dressed, and goes to our boy's room to wake him up so they can go apply at the school. When she enters, she finds him standing dressed with his bag, and she was about to say, come on, wake up! In the name of God, you're already awake! I thought you didn't sleep from how excited you are. He nods, yes, and in his bag is all his paperwork. She smiles at all this enthusiasm and takes him to show him the school and also to meet his teachers. After that, she takes him to buy some supplies and a few outfits and some nice things for him to wear. Then she takes him to have lunch and introduces him to her friend, but she finds him struggling to breathe. She quickly takes him to the hospital. The doctor there tells him he has an allergy to seafood. Our girl doesn't understand why he didn't even say anything. He was too embarrassed to say his shoe size or whether he liked the clothes or not. Her friend tells her, in my opinion, he's carrying your favor on his shoulders too much. So he doesn't want to burden you because he values you so much. Our girl decides when they return home to sit with him and tells him, look at this paper I wrote while you were changing your clothes. It has everything I love and hate. You take this paper too and write on it like this. It's a way for us to get to know each other since we'll be living together. He tells her, I honestly don't know. No one's ever asked me what I love and hate. She tells him, you just discovered today that you have an allergy. Write it down. Take your time and think. She gives him a phone, saying, this is a phone for you. Use it when you want to call me or need something. He takes it from her, embarrassed, saying, thank you. The next day, she takes him to the school's boarding residence, where he'll stay for a while, to study, until the exam is over. After he finishes the exam to be accepted into the school, he finds our girl coming to him with a watch as a gift, the one he's still wearing until now. We return again to the present time. Sorry everyone, we keep jumping back like this. We go to when our boy's partner insists he go meet some investors. Of course, they sat in a restaurant eating and drinking until they got completely drunk. As soon as our boy was leaving and his mind wasn't there, he went to our girl's house. She found him knocking on her door at dawn. As soon as she opened it and was about to ask him what brought him, she found him throwing himself into her arms, passed out because he's drunk. She tries to walk him to the couch with difficulty to sit him down. Then she takes off his jacket so he can sleep and goes to get him some water to wake him up. She sits, tapping his back, telling him, wait, I'll go get you something to wipe your face with. But when she tries to get up, our boy pulls her, so she falls on his lap. He tells her, don't go, she tells him annoyed. Let me get up, but he keeps hugging her tightly, and she tries to push. It's like pushing a mountain that won't budge. He gets close to her to kiss her with difficulty, and from how much she tried to resist and he wouldn't move, she found herself stopping pushing him. Her mind betrayed her, and she got lost with him. After that, he moves away from her and tells her while drunk, my big sister, I really hate you. She pushes him and gets up while he throws himself on the couch between awake and asleep. She covers him with a blanket and doesn't know what to do with him. We go back in time again to when our boy was still studying. A holiday came at the school, and he found all the students packing their things to go, but he's still sitting, holding his phone, thinking whether to call or not. He feels he misses her, but is afraid to initiate until he finds her calling him, asking him if he'll stay in the residence during the holiday. His heart almost jumps from happiness. He finds her telling him, what, you're silent? Aren't you planning to come home during the holiday? He tells her, no, of course I'm coming right away. When we return to the present time, our boy wakes up from sleep, of course after he got drunk, went to our girl's house, and did what he did. He looks around, upset. This isn't a hotel. He keeps trying to remember the foolishness he did when he tried to enter using the door passcode when he used to live here. But our girl changed it. Until they went in, he pulled her, kissed her, and honored her. He ended up banished next to the carpet on the floor. He turns to call reception to ask them who booked this hotel room. They tell him, Miss Jane booked it, sir. Even her card is still here. Our boy fixes himself and quickly goes down to get the card. It's a chance to go see her again. As for our girl, she finds him sending her a message saying, your card is with me. Come get it. She almost cursed at the hotel for this move. She doesn't want to see his face since what he did yesterday. Of course, as you know, every little while the director takes us to the past and throws us in the present. So I'll take you with me again to the past when our girl was finally settling things with the lawyer to get divorced. Her father and mother scolded her a bit, and her father almost tells her, didn't we tell you we didn't like the boy, but you insisted on him? but we'll remain behind you and bring you a lawyer who can steal coal from the eye and get you your rights." Our boy was worried about her, hearing her crying to her friend, always sad and in a bad mood. But to be fair to him, he never crossed the line with her at all. He's concerned about her food and also asks her about her studies. Even when he goes to school, he sends her photos in the uniform and also checks on her and reassures her about himself because he knows he can't overstep his boundaries and burden her with her divorce issue. But at least he tries to distract her with anything. After the divorce is done, our boy finds the doorbell ringing, so he opens it and says, "What are you doing here?" Because he was working with our girl's father on sponsoring students. He tells him, "I came because Miss Jane helps me complete my studies." The man looks at him from top to bottom and tells him, "You live here?" He tells him, "In a boarding school, sir. Do you want something?" He tells him, "I came to deliver some things she left in my apartment." When he tries to enter, our boy stands in front of him to prevent him, saying, "I'll take them. Thank you." He tells him, "I wish you wouldn't mind, because I didn't know I'd be helping you. This isn't my responsibility. Your teacher is very idealistic, so she helps even a kid to get rid of him." Our boy gets very close to him, as if he's going to fight, and tells him, "This kid is taller than you and is no longer a kid. If you want to see how my fist hurts, keep talking." The man can't believe it and tells him, "Aren't you afraid I'll tell her you act weak in front of her but act like this?" He tells him, "I'm afraid, but the more important thing is, I want you to know what I'm capable of and how my other face acts." When our girl comes back at night, she finds him having turned off the lights and standing like a ghost. She tells him, "In the name of God, why didn't you turn on the light for me?" He tells her, "Saving on electricity." She tells him, "My son, did I ask you to pay for anything? Turn it on. You're scaring me." She enters the kitchen to find he brought her a cake, saying, "I found out today is your birthday. A message came from an app on my phone." She tells him, "When I register for something, I enter any random day. My birthday has passed, but thank you, really. Let's consider today as it. Will anyone look for us? Bring the knife and come on. Let's eat. I'm craving something sweet." The next day, our boy returns to the school residence, and whatever he does, he photographs it for her. She's very happy when he gives her updates, and she also photographs nice pictures and sends them to him. He starts to feel his heart opening, like a shy flower at the beginning of spring. The next day, our girl was holding her phone, worried because she found out the results of our boy's first exam came out and he didn't say anything. He was embarrassed that his ranking is good, but he wants to be in the top 30 of his class. Our girl goes to treat him to lunch and tells him, "Show me, son, what you did." He shows her the result. Embarrassed, she tells him, "Smart. Really? Bravo. You didn't want to show me?" He tells her, "I'm not in the top 30. She tells him, "Son, have mercy on me. This is your first exam and this is fantastic compared to the first one. Can I take the paper and stick it in my notebook so I can show off every time I see it?" Our boy smiles, dying from embarrassment and happiness, telling her, "Sure, take it." Our girl is silent for a bit, looks at him, and tells him, "Look, the past period I was in, problems and upset, this definitely affected you. I was alone without younger siblings, so I don't know what someone your age thinks like, but I'm sorry, and I promise you this won't happen again. If there's anything on your mind or you feel something, tell me. Don't hide it." Our boy asks her, "Anything?" She tells him, "Of course." He tells her, "Well, can I ask you to stop treating me like a kid in the future? I've become tall enough." She tells him, "Okay." He jokes with her until he drops her off. The conversation shifted to our boy, and she learned from his friend that he's walking on sleeping pills because he has severe insomnia. In college, he barely sleeps. It's work, studying, and exhaustion to the point that his friend was afraid something would happen to him because he stays awake all day. She goes to meet him at the end of the day. He tells her what happened that day when he was drunk. She tells him, "It's not a problem, a mistake that passed." He tells her, "Here's your card." He tells her, "Didn't you regret what happened in the past at all?" She tells him, "No, at that time you really had to leave." He gets up saying, "Then why are you apologizing?" She tells him, "Your friend told me you have chronic headaches and insomnia. I know a good doctor who might be able to help you." He tells her, "Thank you for your concern, but I have work I need to go to." We go back again to the past after our girl got divorced and decided to go down to look for new work in a place other than where she was working. Our boy kept checking on her from school every little while, sending her updates. "Are you happy at your work?" She tells him, "Very much. Thank you for asking." He sits confused about how to open a conversation with her. He loves talking to her so much. So he asks her, "Well, did you eat?" She tells him, "Son, you're imitating me when I check on you. I ate. Don't worry. You just rest and eat well. After a few days, our boy finds our girl sent him a small device with headphones to listen to songs and also English lessons on. When we return to the present again, we find our boy hasn't changed. He might be upset with her and hurt for a reason, we'll find out. But our girl, from the moment she found out he's sick, insisted on adding him as a contact on a messaging app and called him right away. She finds she sent him a message that she booked an appointment with the doctor for him to go. He finds himself smiling for the first time in a long while. He loves the feeling that she cares about him even after all this time and contacts him again. He goes with her the next day to the doctor. She tells him, "I'm going to visit my parents. Do you need anything?" He tells her, "No, go safely." When Saturday comes, she goes to them and finds him sitting, waiting for her, acting like he came to greet them and check on them. He tells them it was necessary for him to come check on Uncle and Aunt. He keeps talking with them about his work and that Uncle Tamir wants to look for a house in such and such neighborhood because it's close to his company. Our girl's mother tells him, "Well then, let Jane help you so they don't fool you." Our girl looks at her mother, wanting to tell her to shut up, but of course she goes down to look for an apartment with him. Our boy starts taking things slow to stay with her, and also goes to her house to ask if she can go down with him to buy furniture. "Excuse me for taking you to the past again. Our boy at school had one of his roommates not return during inspection, so our boy decided to sacrifice himself and sleep in his friend's bed, telling them that our boy was the one not in the residence. But when the matter reached our girl, she went to talk to him, and he insisted that he ditched the residence. Our girl uses her connections and talks to the teacher until they investigated the matter and found out his friend was the one who ditched. But he thought he was the one who snitched on him, and his friends ostracized him. Our boy got very upset. When our girl came to pick him up from school, he asked her, "Was it you who asked the teacher to change my room?" She tells him yes, because the ones with him will corrupt his morals. The next day, our girl finds him not at home, leaving his phone with a message written in it that he'll work hard at studying and won't make her worry about him. Of course, at school, when the matter became known, the boys started picking on him, wanting to bully the snitch kid. But a female student comes to catch up with him, telling him, "I know you're not a snitch. Your friend ditched because of me, so I'll try to help you and reconcile you." She goes to tell our boy's friend the whole situation, that he wasn't forced to say anything except to his sister, who is the daughter of the one sponsoring his education expenses. So of course he couldn't lie, and he's not a snitch. He asks her, "How did you know this?" She tells him, "I stayed behind our teacher until he told me." The boy goes to try to talk to our boy, but he'd already left by the time he came, so he couldn't. The next day at school, there was a boy targeting our boy, trying to bully him, and was going to hit him, but his friend intervened and fought with him, then apologized to our boy for accusing him of being a snitch. When we return to the present time, our boy goes to ask our girl if she's free next Monday to come with him to the doctor's appointment. She tells him, "I'll definitely come." When they go to the doctor, he examines him. This migraine is due to something in his brain that he's had since he was born. It's not dangerous or anything. With treatment, the headache will disappear. He finds our girl took out her phone and is writing down the advice the doctor is telling her, along with the medications. He smiles so much seeing how much she cares about him. "Come with me. Let's take the bus going to the past after our boy's situation with his friend was resolved." The second exam comes, but this time our boy didn't hide the result. When our girl comes home, she finds him having placed the paper on the kitchen counter. When she picks it up, she tells him, "Son, are you serious? Your grades became in the top 30 students. Really?" He tells her, "Yes, but I'm not very high, not in the top 5 or 10, but it's work." She tells him, "Son, say thank God and be satisfied a little. By God, you're perfect." After that, he returns to school again, and our girl works at her job. When the week's holiday comes, he goes home. Our girl makes him a feast to eat, telling him, "I wasn't contacting you much the past period. Don't be upset with me." He tells her, "No, of course not. May God grant you success at work." After they finish eating and get up to wash the dishes together, our girl tells him, "By the way, the advertisement my company will film will be in your village." He tells her, "Really?" She tells him yes. "I want you to act as a tour guide for me and arrange where I should go so I know how to take nice photos." Our boy sits explaining to her the road behind his house on the mountain. The sunrise from it is beautiful, and the sea whose sand is soft and full of shells. Our girl sits recording everything so she doesn't forget. One day, while he's returning from school, our girl calls to see where he is. He tells her, "I'm walking to catch a ride." She tells him, "Well, wait. I've finished and I'll pick you up. We'll go together." As our boy is walking, he finds an advertisement playing on a big screen for our girl's company, and she appears in it. He keeps looking at it, fascinated by her, and feels all his situations with her and everything nice she did for him, how she stood by him and helped him. His heart starts beating in a strange way, and the feelings inside him start becoming clearer after he was refusing to admit to himself. When he goes with her and enters his room and falls asleep on the floor, he finds our girl disappeared and covered him with the blanket before she left. When he goes to open the fridge to get water, he finds she filled it with food and fruits for him. He finds she sent him a message telling him, "Good morning. Try to take a break and eat well. Work won't run away." He says, "No, believe me, it will run away. We're in a critical phase now and we're closing a big project, but I'll try not to pressure myself," she tells him. "Okay, hang in there and take care of yourself." At night, he finds her ringing the doorbell. He was showering and ran to open it in a towel. She hides her face in the bag, telling him, "Damn you, go cover yourself. You open like this without knowing who it is?" He tells her, "No, I looked through the peephole." She looks at him, annoyed by him, and tells him, "I brought you a crystal like this," he tells her. "Does it treat insomnia?" she says. "I don't know, but let's try everything. Put it in your room." Peace. She goes running with her face hidden. He's dying of laughter at her sight. As for her heart was pounding and she's dying. Where did this come from, seeing him like that? The next day at night, our girl finds him knocking on her door with his pajamas and pillow, telling her, "Look, I know my request is silly, but the last time I came to your place, I slept a sleep I haven't had in a long time. Can I sleep at your place just tonight?" She tells him, "Come in," and lights him a candle with aromatic oil and the crystal, telling him, "I'm going to light this for you." He tells her, "I discovered that actually these things are what make me sleep honestly." When he was about to get close to her to tell her, "What makes me sleep is," she backed up quickly and dropped the crystal. Our boy quickly picks it up, telling her, "You're barefoot. Don't walk. You'll hurt yourself." She got flustered seeing him cleaning and also carrying her. She tells him, "I'm going to sleep," and runs to lock herself in instead of disasters happening. The next day, our girl discovers he's not taking his headache medicine. When she goes to confront him, he tells her, "Are you concerned about me out of pity or just following duty? If you want me to take the medicine to get rid of me and my annoyance, tell me straight and stop treating me like a little kid. When I left you in the past, I spent a whole year dreaming about you in this conversation. The negativity of not being able to sleep. I went to a psychologist who advised me to take my time and that time would make me forget and would make me okay, but it didn't happen. I tried all these years to forget you. All I want is to have the right to stand in front of you and talk to you and hear from you. I'm sorry. I know I was stubborn and didn't take the medicine to stay close to you and for you to keep caring about me. I'm wrong, but I can't stop myself from getting close to you. But I'll ask you one question. Do you really see what you're doing with me as just duty, and that I'm just a little brother to you?" Our girl looks at him, trying not to cry. She doesn't know what to say at all, but she tells him, "I'm going to sleep. It's late." When we return to the past after the exam results come out, our boy is sitting tense, checking what his result is and which university he'll be accepted into. As soon as it came out and he found he passed, he's still photographing the result to send it to our girl when he finds her calling and running from her room to him. She tells him, "Congratulations," and hugs him and jumps. He finds himself hugging her to take advantage of any moment between them. But he removes his hand quickly while she keeps telling him, "How are you this smart? The grades are beautiful. You'll enter any university you want, and you'll become a great man." After he applies to the university he wants, he travels with his friend and their colleague to see what paperwork he'll need and the procedures. But our girl, when she found out he's going to a different university than the big university his grades would get him into, goes to tell him, "Why do you want to enter this one?" He tells her, "The other university will give me a full scholarship and also a guaranteed place in the doctorate I can apply for in 4.5 years. I contacted a doctor to know what higher studies I want to take in which field." When he finds her very upset, he tells her, "I went and looked at the college, and I liked it." "I swear I'm not doing this out of cheapness," she tells him. "So you went and filled all this paperwork without knowing or honoring me by telling me to come with you and inquire about the college? Son, your total would get you into the best college in the country." He tells her, "I found it an opportunity, and also I want to be independent, try to work, and pay you back the money I owe. You've carried me for too long." She tells him, "Son, did I complain to you and tell you we need money or make you sign receipts of trust? Son, you're still young and entering the world face first now. I'm trying to give you a chance to go to a place that will guarantee good education and a good job. Talk and tell me what's suddenly wrong with you. Why did you suddenly change like this? Are you still also considering me a stranger? Fine, since you consider me a stranger and don't want us to interfere in anything, then I wish you'd leave from here." She's saying this nervously, of course, but she finds him going to collect his clothes and leaving her everything she bought him, and also leaving her money equal to what she spent on him, saying, "I'll see a way to send you the rest." She's shocked by what he's doing, but after that he came back to her and tried to reconcile with her. He brought her a gift and keeps reassuring her about himself and that the university is really very nice, and also the doctors are smart. Our girl starts accepting his choices a bit and visits him. She travels with him to the college to see the place and his residence. He starts sending her messages and sending her photos, reassuring her about himself, and also photographs the university and takes photos in the campus. He started going down every 2 weeks on holidays to sit with our girl at home, until one day she discovered by chance a paper in his notebooks with her name written several times and also a photo of her he's keeping. When our boy enters the room and finds she's holding them, she's also looking at him with a strange look, telling him, "Come outside. I want to talk to you." He feels like, "That's it. You're exposed, kid. And your credit in concealment is finished." When he stands in front of her, our girl is afraid to open her mouth to ask him about these things. I mean, what should she ask about? Everything is clear as the sun. He tells her, "Why can't I love you?" She tells him, "Do you understand what love means? Have you been in love before? Have you entered a relationship? You're still a young man discovering the world and growing up. Or did it happen that you were looking like this? These are some feelings you're feeling because we're together all the time. You and I are family. There can't be anything between us. And you're very young," he tells her. "I'm 21 years old, not young, and I know what it means to love you. My feelings are real, and I'll keep loving you. And I won't pressure you with my feelings, as long as you rejected them." She tells him, "This is empty talk. Come to me after 10 years, you'll forget all this, and you'll turn to laugh at the past while you're married with 2 kids instead of 1. He tells her, "It won't happen." She says, "I'm sorry. I tried to deal with you all this period with discipline. If any behavior from me made you feel I love you, then I'm wrong and sorry," he tells her. "So you definitely want us to cut off from each other?" She leaves him and enters the room because she doesn't know how to tell him no, and it won't be easy for her to tell him yes. They kept dealing with each other with sensitivity, or our girl trying to avoid him, until one day, our girl's leg got sprained. Her friend sent to our boy to come see her. When he came, at the sight of his face, our girl couldn't control her heart, seeing him and trying to avoid him. But at the same time, she felt her heart choking her, and happy that he's present beside her. Our boy stays, taking care of her, staying beside her day and night, helping with everything, carrying her, taking her and putting her down, cooking for her, and not leaving her until one day our girl's feelings took control of her. Instead of talking to him face to face, she decided to call him, even though he's in the same house with her, saying, "I thought a lot about what you said and what's between us, but now I can't accept that we be in a relationship other than brother and sister. Don't be upset. Listen to me. That someone like you, kind and respectful, loves me. Believe me, this is a great honor for me. I won't lie if I tell you that you stir many feelings in me, but the age difference between us and what the people we know will say, and also Dad and Mom, what will we tell them?" Our boy was listening to her, silent, with tears in his eyes, but unable to object. She says, "I know, I swear, I'm speaking very realistically, but I have to say this. Believe me, when you graduate and grow up and the world opens before you, you'll see many people and better, more suitable choices. If you want my advice, go out into the big world, turn it around, and see first, then make your decision." He tells her, "I'll never find anyone better than you." She tells him, "Well, God bless you, but don't make a decision now. If next year comes like now and you still love me and I haven't loved anyone else, maybe we can think then." Hope creeps into his heart, and he tells her, "Are you serious?" She tells him, "Seriously serious." After our girl recovered after a period, our boy saw her going home while she was walking with a man working with her at the company. She's wearing a dress, and he's also fixing something in her hair. When she passes by him, our boy comes to pull her to stop them alone. She tells him, "Wait, what are you doing?" He asks her, "And you love him, so what am I?" Our girl tells him, "You're saying what? I love who?" He tells her, "The man who was walking with you. I've never seen you talking and happy with a man before." She tells him, "Son, he's my manager. We're talking about work, and I don't love him nor does he love me. What's gotten into your head? Instead of waiting, going and asking me, for example, or acting in a respectful way, you come and pull me in front of him. Don't you see these are childish moves? And secondly, wait a second, why are you interrogating me? Is there something between us? I'm not obligated. Let's forget this conversation. You go and we'll talk later." When she turns to leave, she finds our boy pulling her, turning her toward him, and looking at her. She tells him, "What are you doing?" He tells her, "What I should have done. I love you, and for a long time. Forget the wait talk. I can't wait. If 1,000,000 years pass, I won't love anyone but you. I know you won't love me or look at me." Before our boy completes his sentence, even in the dreams he dreams of our girl every day, that she would get close to him and kiss him. When she pulls away, while he's still shocked, she tells him, "So, are you ready for us to actually get engaged?" "Mr. Boy, I've been ready for 1,000,000 years. Have mercy on us." She continues telling him, "If you want to withdraw at any time, tell me, and I won't be upset if you feel you're conflicted." But before she completes the nonsense she's saying, he gets close to her and kisses her to shut her up completely. That night, the room couldn't contain the happiness our kids are in, as if our boy lived dreaming of something his whole life, and it came true. As for our girl, she didn't feel she was happy and finally able to express her feelings without fear all this time. After a few days, our girl gets an advertising campaign for a makeup company, and they wanted male and female models. When our girl nominated our boy to come appear in the advertisement, they agreed to him. He goes to shoot the advertisement with her. Of course, anything to stay beside her. When he returns to college, his doctor tells him he nominated him for a student exchange program between China and another country, supposed to start when our boy enters second year. Our boy asks him, "Well, when's the travel date? And how long is the duration?" The doctor tells him the travel duration is 2 years. Our boy tells him, "And it's hard for me to come for visits here, right?" The doctor laughs and tells him, "Son, your classmates who are older than you who traveled used to tell me this duration wasn't enough for them to do everything they wanted." Our boy knew this well, but doesn't know how to bring this to our girl. Like he's afraid to travel and lose her after finally she agreed and they're together. Especially since work is tough and tiring during this period, so every little while she comes to complain and her mood is down. She's happy when she's beside him. She wasn't upset, but after 2 days, our girl gets a call from the doctor at the university because she's registered as his sister, who they should call if there's anything regarding him. He told her that our boy refused to travel as an exchange student to America and keeps telling her that our boy is a smart student and this opportunity will push him forward a lot, and he wants her to try to convince him to travel. When she goes to complain to her friend, she tells her, "Honey, I remember when he refused to go to the big university and chose one nearby and made excuses that it would give him a full scholarship. At that time, I was sure he did this to stay beside you, and now he's repeating it again." Our girl tells her, "I feel like I'm standing in his way, and I'm the reason the world he lives in is narrow and small because of me. He's wasting many opportunities. How would you act if it were you?" She tells her, "Look, girl, everyone is old enough to choose their path in life. You worry too much because you think he's wasting opportunities. But how do you know where the good is? Maybe the thing that seems like an opportunity isn't anything. And besides, what's the use of him turning in a big world if he's comfortable in his small world?" "I don't understand," she tells her. "Well, won't I be selfish then?" her friend tells her. "There is no power or strength except with God." "Selfish? Why? You helped with everything you could." "In my opinion, calm down and talk to him. The matter isn't as complicated as you think, I swear. Our girl plans from behind and goes to surprise our boy that she'll transfer during this period and they'll travel together abroad. Our boy was dying of happiness when he found out she's ready to travel with him. But the day before travel, our boy finds papers falling from our girl's bag. When he comes to look at them, his face changes color. At that time, our girl comes out of the room and finds him holding the papers, her face going pale. Our boy turns to her, not believing, saying, "What's this? Did a mistake happen in the paperwork or what?" She tells him, "Listen to me. No mistake happened or anything. From the beginning, I wasn't planning to come with you to America." He tells her, "What do you mean? What about your bags and the apartment you told me you'd rent in America and all the paperwork, and we keep going and coming together? What was all this? After all these plans, you tell me you're not coming at all? Did I make a mistake in something and you got upset with me and won't come with me?" She tells him, calm down. You didn't make a mistake in anything. You didn't do anything, I swear. And I don't want to leave you or anything. But you'll give up an important opportunity because of me." He tells her, "What opportunity and what nonsense?" She tells him, "Why do you think travel means we'll separate?" "We'll be together," he tells her. "Together, to me, means we live together. I see your face, not just send you messages and hear your voice only. And besides, an important opportunity for whom? You're thinking your way and what you see is right, but this isn't what I want. When will you stop making decisions from your head without referring to me or caring about what I want? And stop treating me like a kid making decisions in a moment of recklessness." She tells him, "I swear I'm thinking and caring about everything you want, but I see you every time sacrificing something important that will benefit you for my sake. But if you keep doing this, instead of bonds between us, it'll be like ropes wrapping around our necks, choking us." He tells her, "I'm leaving for 2 whole years. Aren't you afraid what will happen during this period?" She tells him, "I'm afraid, by God Almighty, but I'm confident in you and me. and our feelings. He tells her, and I don't want anything except to stay with you. Our girl tells him, fine, we'll leave each other. He tells her, leave what? What are you saying? She tells him, if our relationship will prevent you from traveling and advancing in your life, then I'll cut my relationship with you so there's no reason for you not to travel. He tells her, no, for my sake, I can't leave you. Don't say that. She tells him, I'm telling you, and this is my decision. We have to leave each other, and you have to go. She leaves him and enters her room to keep crying. As for our boy, he packs his things and leaves, not leaving in his room except anything that was memories between her and him. We return again to the present. Thank God. We sat in the past for too long. Our girl leaves the company to go, but the weather was raining heavily. Dark, and she's on the way. She calls our boy to tell him, you asked me one day if I knew what I wanted to do, so I'm telling you yes, and I'll tell you what I want. But before she speaks, she finds her phone died, and also her car broke down in the middle of the street in the rain. He tries to call her colleague at work, who tells him she left a while ago, but many roads are closed and the rain is heavy. Our boy goes to the only road she'd walk from the company, and he finds our girl standing outside with an umbrella trying to stop a car to help her, until she finds him coming in his car, getting out. She runs to him and hugs him tightly. When they return home, the doctor who loves our girl saw them walking in the garage, in each other's arms. He sat in the car about to explode from sadness, playing a song with lyrics about knowing from her eyes, oh my heart, that she doesn't love me. After our girl goes up with him and waits at home until she takes a shower, changes her clothes, and he comes back to her to dry her hair, he finds him stopping for a bit, saying, I'm sorry for anything I did in the past. I feel I was very selfish and wanted to keep you regardless of what your feelings are. Our girl cuts his words and tells him, I want us to get back together. If you agree, I mean. He tells her, what do you mean? She tells him, I know what I'll say is selfishness, but the past period made me discover I can't live without you. I always depend on you and think of you. I love you so much, and I hope one day you'll accept to come back to me. Our boy looks at her. He can't believe his ears are betraying him and hearing the talk he wants to hear, or what's happening. He tells her, I'm complicated. I'm very happy, but at the same time, I'm hurt. She tells him, what hurt you? He tells her, I feel I have no boundaries or dignity. I feel if you beckon me with your pinky, I'd come back to you and not think of anything bad that happened. She tells him, then it's my fault I didn't beckon you earlier, and gets close to him to kiss him, backing up quickly, hesitant lest he get upset. But she finds him laughing and getting close to her to kiss her. There's nothing heard in this long, wide apartment, except the sound of rain tapping on the balcony glass. After they get back together, one big problem remains. How will she tell her mother, who keeps calling her every little while to check on her, that she'll get engaged to the young man who used to call her my sister? The next day, our boy goes to do a work task that goes well and succeeds greatly. After that, he runs to send our girl a message, telling her what happened, but he finds someone telling him, but, Mr. Manager, can I schedule a meeting with you? He turns, laughing, because he knows this voice well, and finds our girl standing, happy. He pulls her and hides with her in a hallway. When he gets close to her to kiss her, she puts her hand on his lips, telling him, don't expose us, Mr. Manager. What are you doing? People are coming and going. He tells her, when did you arrive? She tells him, I arrived as soon as you started your speech after the presentation ended. But tell me, boy, since when are you this handsome and charismatic? You enchanted everyone in the hall. He tells her, shame on you. You're the one not appreciating me. The word cute and my way with you have nothing to do with work at all. After the conference ends, they go home walking. The next day, our girl gets a wedding invitation for a client she worked with before. When our boy asks her if she'll go, she tells him, I don't know. I'm thinking of not going. He tells her, why? Weddings are nice, and I'll take out the suit on the hanger to wear and honor you. She tells him, okay, let's go. What will we lose? When they go to the wedding, of course, people are taking photos and videos and capturing our kids together. Our girl's mother sees them online and says, oh my God, I have to go to her. When she goes to our girl as a normal visit, making her lunch and sitting with her, our girl feels betrayal is coming. She doesn't know from where. She finds her mother slamming the plate on the table, telling her, I don't approve for your information. If there's something between you and him, my heart, by God, is angry with you. She tells her, this is just Mama's way. And what's the problem anyway? Why don't you approve? We're grown kids, she tells her. Girl, you and he was still newborn when you were going down to buy things alone, she tells her. But now I'm a grown person, an adult, and so is he. What's the problem? She tells her, honey, the age difference is very big, and also the social background. This makes many problems in the future. When her mother goes back to tell her father what happened and informs him of the conversation between them, the man is wiser than her. He goes to our girl to discuss with her and hear her point of view, asking her why, and why she loved him. Our girl tells him everything, and everything she feels. Her father tells her, I won't hide from you. Before I came, I was worried about the talk I'd hear and what I'd tell you. But I feel after our sitting that my heart is reassured about you, and I wish you happiness from my heart. As for our boy, he was sitting waiting to meet people in a big company he tried to get an appointment with after a big effort. He was sitting tense. When he feels it might take long, he sent our girl a message telling her, honey, sorry, I don't think I'll be able to come early to pick you up and we'll go to the restaurant. I'll meet you at the restaurant directly and tell you. She sends him, are you okay? Did something happen at work? He tells her, no, a small problem as usual. When he finishes the meeting, he runs to catch up with her at the restaurant, but she notices his mood is very bad. She asks him, did something happen? Is there a problem at the company? He tells her, there's a small bug in the program we're working on. God willing, I can solve it, but it needs some time. After they go together, our boy stays for days in a work whirlwind, going back and forth, fixing and correcting things. Our girl calls him one night, telling him, I'm under the company. Come down. He goes down to her, running, asking her, what's this surprise? Why did you come so late? She tells him, I came to kidnap you. Get in. Let's go. She takes him, and they go to a quiet place to sit. Our girl tells him, well, can you talk now and tell what's with your work? He tells her the same story about the small bug he solved, of course. She tells him, you're a failed actor. If you wanted to make a career shift and become an actor, it won't work at all. She tells him, I'm not stupid. I know some things happening in the market are affecting you, and your face is always frowning and worried. He tells her, one of the partners at the company took important things for the program when he went to another company. The investors with us want to withdraw their money. If I file a case against this former partner, it'll take effort and money, meaning we'll lose twice. Of course, the only solution is to develop the program and start from the beginning. It'll also need a lot of money. If we don't find investment soon, the company will be finished. Our girl holds his hand, patting it, telling him, these things are natural in any work field, and this doesn't mean you're a failure. You made all this and can fix it or make something else too. He tells her, I'm afraid to fail and not deserve to be with you. She tells him, you mean seriously? What's the connection? I'm attached to you to have a company? I love you for who you are. That's it. You and I are normal, simple people. There's no need for complexes and all this thinking. The next day, our boy goes to meet another investor, but the meeting fails. He drank a lot and got completely drunk. His friend came to take him to get him home. When our girl felt for him, she opened to see him. Her mother was trying to get her in, but she left the lady and her concerns and went in behind our boy to his apartment. When his friend went and put him on his bed, she stayed beside him, wiping his hair and covering him so he sleeps a bit. When our boy opens his eyes and goes outside the room, he finds our girl standing, cooking. He goes to hug her from behind. She tells him, you scared me. Clear your throat at least. He tells her in his voice that's not clear because he's still waking up. What are you doing? She tells him, I'm cooking. Taste this. He tells her, bless your hands, but go back because your mom might get upset you're staying at my place. She tells him, no, don't worry. I told my mom everything honestly, and she got angry and left. Forget about mom now. Tell me, how's your company doing? He tells her, things got a bit difficult, but they'll be fixed, God willing. She tells him, everything will pass and you'll know how to act, and I'm always beside you. Promise. The next day at night, our kids go out together to take a walk for a bit to help him relax. They enter a shop that photographs printed photos. After they receive them, they go out to photograph them with their phones. In our boy's office the next morning, he finds his friend entering while he's silent, telling him, the news is out of your room. Jane posted your photos on her account and officially announced your relationship. Our boy tells him, swear you're serious, and runs to open his phone to find the photo. Really, and the comments and likes flooding it. In the middle of all these problems, the happiness doesn't fit him. As for our girl's father, he sends her a message telling her, I'm afraid to like it publicly, but I came to tell you the photo of you two looks very nice. May God help you. The next day, our boy returns from work at lightning speed to catch our girl before she goes to sleep. But as soon as he enters her apartment, he finds her gone in deep sleep on the couch. He gets close to her, laughing, giving her a light kiss. She wakes up from sleep. He gets up to sit beside her so she sleeps on his shoulder. She tells him, baby, why are you so late? Your phone is off or you're not responding to messages. Why? He tells her, I'm sorry. I swear I know I'm wrong. I stayed drowning in work and didn't notice the phone died at all. I swear As soon as I put it on the charger and found your messages, I literally flew from the office to here. Literally. She tells him, you know, if this happens again and you worry me about you, I want you to come enter your apartment and change the passcode of this apartment. He tells her, no, that's it. Forgive me this time. Are you hungry? My love bribe is that I'll make you something to eat. She tells him, very hungry, honestly. He tells her, high five, and the food will be ready. God, the good husband deserves it, I swear. The next day, our boy goes to present his project again to big investors, and finally they agree to fund the project. Our boy comes out after that, takes our girl, and goes to buy some gifts to visit her father and mother, who calm down a bit. But suddenly, she said, I'm going to get things from the supermarket. Come with me. Let's go. Our boy says to himself, may God protect us, and goes with her. The lady can't stay silent and tells him, honey, I'm like your aunt, and God knows I love you, but I'm a mother, and my daughter's interest is above everything. She's grown and went through many things. I'm afraid because you're still a young man at the beginning of your life, and your feelings aren't stable. She needs someone to protect and contain her. Honestly, I read the letter you sent to me to apologize and explain how much you love her, and I felt you're a respectful and good man. I'm ready to give you a chance, but promise not to sadden her or upset her. I won't allow anyone to hurt her again. He tells her, don't worry, Auntie. I swear I'll put her in my eye. As for our girl, she was with her father, who tells her, honey, he's been exhausting himself to please your mother, writing her a letter as long and wide to please her. Our girl is embarrassed that she didn't know about this conversation. When she asks her father where the letter is, he tells her, next to our bed. She finds him writing that his fate was unknown, an orphan not knowing where the world would take him. But she went and took him from the middle of loss and made him a good person who knows how to learn, open a company, and that she's the one who has favor over him in everything. He loves her more than himself and is ready to do anything for her. By the time she reached the end of the letter, tears were falling. She can't comprehend how there's someone who loves her this much love. After a long period, our boy takes our girl to his village and shows her a small library he made for the village people and donated money for it in our girl's name. He takes her to show her the library divided for children and adults. When they reach the garden, our boy takes out 2 cute rings to propose to our girl, telling her, I love you so much. Do you think I deserve now to put this ring on your finger? She tells him, you've always deserved to put it on, no matter who you were and what you do at any time. She raises her hand for him to put it on her and takes the other ring from him to put on him. In the same place where she met him the first time, they lived happily ever after. I'm sure our boy will rush the subject of making boys and girls. I'm confident in him.